So, so many interpretations from this news. Well, some may greet it with mixed feelings, but there we have it. The federal government has once again confirmed that come after Christmas, that is, the Port Harcourt Refinery will begin or recommence operations, which invariably means that the refinery in question will now begin to produce oil as it was, of course, created and established since 1965. The Port Harcourt Refinery has been, in operation, and this particular refinery has gulped so many billions of dollars. In 2021 alone, we understand that they had to sign a contract amounting to about $1.5 billion to, commence some form of rehabilitation. It spanned for 2 years, and now NNPC initially confirmed that, as promised, that the December date is still on course. The rehabilitation work has been concluded, and now the federal government has said that we will begin to have, operations. Barrels per day, expectedly, from the two plants or the two units that make up the Port Harcourt Refinery, and both units are said to also produce a total of 210,000 barrels of oil per day.
That's right. It's a good feat. It's a positive feat achieved by the federal government. They've said that it will commence operation at the end of the year, but then it shows that there's still so many things to be done. It's just the first phase of the mechanical phase that was mechanical completion that was actually achieved, and that's a good start. Even though a lot of people do not see anything positive about it, and that's when you begin to know that so many Nigerians are pessimistic about the growth of this country, intentionally pessimistic. Well, let me just use that advisedly, because when you see something positive stride that has been made, either by the government or someone very close to you, you should always, give kudos to, making that effort. How much more, how much of dollars, billions of naira that are been sunk into, we're doing turnaround maintenance, we're doing renovation, we're doing all of this, so many things. At the end of the day, we didn't see anything coming out from the Port Harcourt refineries and the other refineries. So it's very important that we give kudos to the government and then ask for more, because we are Oliver Twist. It has not started yet, but we need to see it starting. And the questions people are asking is this going to affect the price of crude oil? Does that mean crude oil? Somebody even asked a very silly question. Does that mean petroleum will be sold for 11 naira? And people responded. They said, no. Don't even bother to buy. just carry your cake there and ask for that Christmas and say, let them give you, free oil. But, it's going to definitely impact the crude oil in the country. It's going to impact the price of the premium motor spirit. And we saw that Dangote Refinery to also, send elation across the nation, where even, it was yesterday or recently, received a second batch of crude oil. So it's a good feat achieved by the federal government. The government hired Mayor Technimont of Italy to oversee the refinery complex scoping, while oil firm Eni was named as a technical consultant. So the refinery was closed in March 2019 for the first phase of the repairs, which we are now, celebrating now. NNPC also announced the commencement of repairs following the approval of $1.5 billion by the Federal Executive Council in 2021. And that's where some people said, hey, give the kudos to former President Muhammad Buhari. He actually, approved the contract. The incumbent president does not have anything to do with the, triumphant, story. But people are now saying, okay, so you want Asiwaju to inherit all of the blames of President Muhammad Buhari.
But it doesn't, well...
but you don't want him to, receive the accolades for ensuring that this thing comes to life.
Well, okay, right. Commend the Buhari administration if you want to, and give whoever credit is due, give such a person the honor, absolutely. But government is a continuum. We all know that, and some would also ask whether it really matters, which administration does it. Of course, it will also be a big plus for the Tinubu administration if this comes to fruition, because we've seen how administration after administration has battled with the reality of the Port Harcourt Refinery and indeed the others, running at its optimal, level. But no government, there's always been the recurrent struggles with NNPC and the governments of the day. So yes, it is good that the Buhari administration signed this, billion-dollar, deal, and, involved international partners to see it through. They said it was going to run for 2 years or thereabouts in 2021, and here we are, 2023. It appears that we will, get to the end of the dark tunnel. Absolutely. So give the Buhari government, its due, but, above all, it's not just important on how you start, but, finishing well is what matters. Is what matters. And Nigerians will definitely heave a sigh of relief if we can see this. And like you have said, Oliver Twist that we are, what about the others? What about Dangote Refinery? So we hope that, nothing will stop this this date that has been set. Though it's a bit open-ended. After Christmas could mean anything, but we hope that this will come to fruition. And of course, all the deliverables, the low-hanging fruits from this breakthrough will definitely be the lot of Nigerians. We'll continue to monitor how things pan out in that regard.